Today, we're going to break down something that seems so simple but is, seriously, the absolute foundation of any strong writing, the paragraph. We're going to unpack this super powerful 5-part formula that's going to help you build the perfect one every single time.
You know that feeling, right? We've all been there. You've got this great idea buzzing around in your head, but trying to turn it into actual, clear sentences, it just feels impossible. And that blinking cursor, man, it could be one of the most intimidating things on the planet.
So let's get back to basics. At its core, a paragraph is really just a little group of sentences all talking about one single idea. That focus, that is the golden rule. Every single sentence has to be working for that one main point.
But what if you didn't have to guess how to do that? What if there was a reliable, step-by-step formula that just took all the guesswork out of it? Well, that is exactly what we're going to dive into right now.
And this is it. These are the 5 essential building blocks for a truly perfect paragraph. You start with your view or your opinion. Then you back it up with a solid reason. You make it real with a personal experience. Connect with your reader through a feeling. And then you wrap it all up with a nice, tight conclusion.
Okay, so that's the theory. But to really get a feel for how powerful this is, we've got to see it work in the real world. So let's take an actual paragraph and deconstruct it piece by piece.
Okay, so here's a paragraph about environmental pollution. At first glance, it just looks like a simple, well-written little piece. But our 5-part blueprint is working right there, just under the surface. Let's break it down. First things first. Step 1. Every great paragraph needs a strong start. You have to put your cards on the table right away by stating your core opinion. You can't be shy about it.
And look at this. Boom. The very first sentences tell us exactly where the writer stands. Pollution is a huge problem, and it makes our world unsafe. The main idea is set, loud, and clear. No confusion.
Now, just stating your opinion isn't enough to really convince anyone, is it? You have to answer the question that's already popping into your reader's head. Okay, but why? And that brings us to the all-important second step, giving your reason.
And here it is, the follow-through. The paragraph doesn't just leave that opinion hanging there. It immediately gives us the why. It lists the causes, the factory smoke, the plastic, and the direct consequences. This adds so much logical weight to that opening statement.
All right, on to step 3. This is where you really bring the topic to life. Logic is great, but sharing a personal experience, that makes an abstract idea feel real. It's that moment where you get to say, hey, I've actually seen this with my own 2 eyes. You see that? In my experience. You guys, those 3 words are absolute magic. They turn this general problem into a specific sensory detail. You can almost feel what it's like to breathe that dusty air, right? And that makes the author's point so much more powerful and believable.
And that leads us perfectly to step 4. So far, we've used logic and a real-life example. Now it's time to connect on a truly human level by sharing an emotion. This is what gives your writing its real punch. And there it is, the emotional core. I feel sad. This isn't just a fact anymore. It's a feeling. By sharing this, the writer is basically inviting the reader to feel it too. And that transforms the issue from some distant problem into something that actually hurts.
Okay, so we've made our point, we've backed it up with reason and experience, and we've connected with the reader. All that's left is to stick the landing. Step 5, the conclusion, is all about wrapping things up neatly and driving that main message home one last time. This final sentence, it just does its job perfectly. It sums up the whole purpose of the paragraph and even gives a little call to action. It's a clean, strong, memorable ending that leaves no loose ends.
So here it is, the entire structure laid out at a glance. It's like the skeleton holding the whole paragraph together. You can see how each part has a very specific job. View, reason, experience, feeling, and conclusion. When they come together, they create something that's complete, logical, and really persuasive. So let's just lock this in, okay? This is your new toolkit. Anytime you need to write a strong paragraph, just run through this mental checklist. Start with your view, give a reason, share an experience, express a feeling, and finish with a great conclusion. It's a formula that just plain works.
See? That blank page doesn't have to be so scary anymore. You now have the blueprint. You have the tools to build strong, clear, and impactful ideas, one perfect paragraph at a time. So really, the only question left is, what important idea are you going to build first?